Hey everyone. If you're here for the Plan Your Year workbook email series, I'm so glad you're joining me. You are going to need to print this out, the Plan Your Year workbook. It's not too long, does not have to be in color, nothing fancy. You will need something to write with. And in my case, I will be joining you daily with some sort of hot beverage. So let's get started. I want to go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Julia Navoa, MED. I do have my master's in interdisciplinary education. I taught public high school for about 5.5 years before my oldest was born. And then I stayed home. I did not know I was going to homeschool. I never had that in mind. And here we are 10 years later, and he's still homeschooled, and all 4 of our children are homeschooled. So that part of my story, I'll be sharing more along the way every day as we talk through the different sections of this workbook. But if you guys ever have questions for me, all you have to do is hit reply on the email and shoot me a question and I will answer it. I do want to say that part of the reason I went ahead and made this workbook probably 5 years ago now was when I started getting a ton of requests for homeschooling back in 2020 and about homeschooling. It had a lot to do with state standards. And I know that homeschoolers who have been at this for a while may not be as concerned with state standards. I'll go ahead and say, sure, they're helpful. But if you take a look, and this is messy because of course I'm taking notes, but if you take a look at the About This Workbook page, you're going to see that people are going to point you in all sorts of directions when it comes to getting organized for homeschooling. They might say you need to follow state standards. And if you live in a state that has legal requirements, yes, you need to follow whatever those are. And there will be a link for the Homeschool Legal Defense Association so you can look up your state's requirements because that is very important information. But for this workbook, we're going to leave that portion of things to you wherever you are. And I'm just going to talk about briefly this first page. And this first page really covers actually a lot of ground in just a few sentences, simply because when you homeschool, people are going to try to offer you all kinds of guidance. They're going to say, you need to look at philosophy first. You need to look at your children first. You need to look at your academic priorities first, all kinds of things. But ultimately, and state standards. And ultimately, what I will say is all of those play a factor in how you end up homeschooling, but no single thing is going to be the answer that's going to set you on the path you want to be on. And the end point of that About This Workbook page is to say, I want to help you not be intimidated by curriculum. That is one benefit I have as having an educator's background and degrees behind me, is really only that I know how to look at curriculum rapidly, assess it, and pivot with it decide whether it's good or not rapidly. And I think that's something that any of us can learn to do. I didn't have exceptionally specialized training in parsing curriculum, but I had a lot of years of practicing it as I taught, and I had several years of doing it in grad school. So now I'm just going to do a brief overview of what we have coming this week in this little email series. So in the workbook, you've got a table of contents, and that's exactly what we're going to go over. So today we're just going over this and kind of what to expect. But tomorrow we'll talk about homeschool crash course, very short overview of homeschooling. Then over the rest of the week, we're going to go over understanding curriculum, because curriculum ultimately is designed by people with bias and people with interests in mind, and even interests like selling curriculum. So we need to be able to parse that all out to purchase what's best for our family and our purposes. Something else we're going to be talking about will be homeschool philosophies. So this is where we look at classical education versus Charlotte Mason versus Montessori, unschooling, just all these general philosophies you hear about a lot, but maybe don't know exactly what they are. I will have a blog post for you along with my video that day that you can take a look at and learn quite a bit, I hope, about this, and hopefully also get a good frame of reference for the fact that philosophies don't have to define your homeschool. It's up to you what you want your homeschool to be. Finally, we have what I call try it out pages. So once we go over what curriculum and philosophy are, then we start talking about, okay, which philosophies have caught your eye, which curricula have caught your eye, and then looking at your children and what you know of them and how they behave and how they interact with learning so that you can pick the best things to suit them as well as your own teaching style. So we'll go over that. And then finally, we'll kind of put it all together and see how that helps you out. So that's going to be this week with the Plan Your Year workbook. I really hope that you join me this week, and it's going to be maybe 10 minutes a day. I know I sat down this morning and really thought over some of the stuff I was going to talk about, because when you've been homeschooling for as long as I have, we have to constantly change course in what we're doing, but we often don't stop to think about, why am I doing this still? Like, we don't refer back to the homeschool why as much because we've been doing this for a long time. So that's actually where I'm going to pick up tomorrow, with homeschool whys and defining your why. And I know people are really good about getting you to craft a succinct statement. I'm probably not going to make you do that, because I've noticed my why has spiraled in a lot of directions that I never expected.